The federal government has for years been providing states with money for election security. This started in 2006 with the Help America Vote Act, HAVA, which defined, came up with this new category of voter, the provisional ballot voter, which is a voter who thinks they cast a ballot, but it never gets counted in most cases. But the Help America and the Help America Vote Act also designated $5 billion for the states to buy voting machines from companies that basically helped write the Help America Vote Act. And but nonetheless, what Congress has done under HAVA over the years is pretty much every year they appropriate between $50 and $75 million to the states for election security. And this year is, the states are going to need a lot of election security money. Now, this is not necessarily money that just goes to pay for voting machines. This is money that goes to pay for security for polling places, that goes to pay for informing people of where to vote and when to vote and how to vote, to updating the security patches on the machines. I mean, just basically taking care of everything. But the big concern is this army of 100,000 people that the Trump Republican Party is trying to raise. They want Proud Boys armed with AR-15s in front of every polling place in America, checking ID and harassing people. And the Supreme Court has said that's okay. And this is how William Rehnquist made his chops back in the 60s in Arizona with Operation Eagle Eye. They're basically reinventing Operation Eagle Eye and bringing it back. And so this money for election security could basically foil their plans, could make it difficult for them to intimidate, for the Republicans to intimidate voters. So, in response to that, the Republican-controlled House Appropriations Committee just passed this year's money for election security grants under HAVA, the HAVA grants. And guess what the amount is? Last year was $50 million. The year before that was $75 million. Guess what the amount was this year? Zero. Republicans in the House, $0. They approved $55 million in this spring, but the final funding was a decrease from $75 million down to $55. And then some states are just impounding the money. They're not even spending it. Louisiana, for example, hasn't spent any of their election security grant funding since 2018. New Hampshire passed a state law that puts it into an endowment. It's generating interest for the state, but it does nothing. Now, why are Republicans so opposed to the states getting money for election security? Because they don't believe in elections. They can't wait until Donald Trump comes in, declares a national insurrection, and under the Insurrection Act, ends democracy in the United States. He's told us he's going to do it. It's not a secret. So how are we going to deal with this? I don't know. This is going to be a wild year. The next 12 months are going to be like something we've never seen in American history. And it really kicks off this Thursday. This is the beginning of the election season. Normally it kicks off, first week of September when summer vacation is over. But here we are in June, kicking this thing off. Stay tuned. What's on your mind? I'll pick up your calls on the other side of the break.